Hey, Most Amazing Top 10 family, I'm your host Jade Rain, and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. So what do we have here? It looks like a long list of mistakes that you can never take back. I have to say that I love tattoos. I think they are gorgeous. I think they can truly be some of the best art that is being created in this day and age. They can really make someone's body stand out, and they can be really sexy as well. I don't have any tattoos because I am too indecisive. I wouldn't be able to keep my eyes on the same tattoo for too long before changing my mind. But once it's on your body forever, unless you get it covered up or unless you get some painful laser removal, and I don't really want to go through any of that. But some people have got a little too deep into the world of tattoos, or have just got tattoos that look like the tattoo artist was blind and drunk when they were doing them. We're going to be looking into all of these with today's list of top 10 scary times people took tattoos too far. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, stick around for the whole list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. And without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. At number 10, we have the Mexican vampire. You don't get a name like the Mexican vampire unless you have been alive for thousands of years, you're a bedtime story to scare kids, or you have changed your body to the point where you can barely be recognized. Maria Jose Cristina is known as the Mexican vampire, and she is famous all over the world. Her first tattoo was marked onto her body when she was only 14 years old, and from there she fell in love with it and devoted her life to tattoos and body modifications. It's crazy to think that this all started with one little tattoo that led to her tattooing over 95% of her body, as well as the numerous body modifications she has everywhere. Her teeth are shaped like fangs, she has long claw-like nails, and she has 10 subdermal horns that have been installed into her head. She works as a tattoo artist, which should be no surprise. It's not like she's going to be working with a bank with the look she's got going on. That would be a little jarring. And one of the crazy things is she tattooed one of her own legs all by herself. The entire leg is just her. At number 9, we have the pink-eyed mom. I don't know if kids would make fun of a kid who had a mom with pink eyes or if they would be too afraid and everyone would just leave them alone. Michelle Dentinato has 3 kids, works as a tattoo artist in Florida, and had a craving for a tattoo in one of the most craziest places ever. She describes herself as having one tattoo because she's basically covered from head to toe, so it's like one massive piece. But that's like your buddy who smokes cannabis every day, all day, is like, I only got high once, and then just stayed high forever. But tattoos on her skin were not enough. She wanted to take things a step further, and she got the whites of her eyes tattooed. I don't know how you can think that's going to be okay. How could you do the whole thing without blinking? I feel like it would just be blinking the whole time. At number 8, we have We're in Love. The first 2 people we had on this list had some very extreme tattoos, but at least their tattoos were really well done. This next one is just an awful tattoo. I feel horrible for these people. How could they think that this was a good idea? First of all, I don't care how much you love a person. If you're dating someone, or even if you're married to them, you shouldn't get a couple's tattoo because you never know what's gonna happen. You don't know how it's gonna end. And on top of that, the tattoo doesn't even match. It's all over the place. It looks more like a boot than a heart. I think they should have asked for their money back, but too bad they can never get their bodies back. That's on there pretty much forever. At number 7, we have Out of This World. Some people have decided that one massive tattoo will define them, and that's the way they want to live the rest of their life. And you know what? That is good. Then you know who you're dealing with right off the bat, just like this guy. You know that this guy either believes in aliens, or he's an alien hunter, or he's an alien enthusiast, or he's been abducted by aliens. There's gonna be no surprises when he starts hitting you up with some wild alien conspiracy theories. You'll be like, of course, he has an entire alien mural tattoo on the back of his scalp. Frankly, I want to talk to this guy about aliens because I bet he has all the hot alien gossip. At number 6, we have Oh, the Places You'll Go. You know, some people like to mark all the places they've been through stamps and a passport. Other people will let you know through pictures or a number of other things. But this man tucked away in Delhi has a different way. Well, he has a different way of expressing how he loves these places because he actually hasn't traveled to all of them. But Rishi from Delhi holds the world record for the most flag tattoos on a person's body. How many flags tattooed onto your body do you think you need for the world record? Well, if I was to guess, I would probably think it's somewhere around 50. I don't think it would be that many. Well, let me tell you that the number is way higher than that. Rishi has 366 flags tattooed on his body, and he plans on adding more to the number. I think he's going to run out of countries and he'll need to put on flags from states, or that one Bob Marley flag that every stoner kid has in their room. At number 5, we have wrong in so many ways. It's one thing to get a really offensive tattoo, but it's another thing to get a really offensive tattoo that is also awful. This tattoo looks so bad I can barely handle it. Let's have a look and then I'll give you a quick breakdown. Okay, let's just start off with the look of the tattoo. I can assume that that's supposed to be Michael Jackson, but it's done so poorly that it really could be anyone with a pointed nose. That could be Anna Kendrick or Meryl Streep, who knows? Now, one thing that I will give you is that the hair is alright. You can tell that it is indeed hair and it has the Michael Jackson curl that he is famous for. I'm not saying that it's alright in the sense of tattoos. I'm just saying me with zero artistic skill probably couldn't do that. Then we have the little banner that says "Forever with us," and it looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. And finally, there's a tagline that says "Touched so many." Now, I won't go into detail, but many of you understand the reference that he's making, and it's not about the music. The whole piece is horrible. The tagline is tasteless and very offensive, and it's stuck on someone's body forever. So I think in more ways than one, this tattoo has gone too far. At number 4, we have Tom Leppard. You might have heard this guy. I saw him on TV when I was a kid. He covered his body in head to toe in one tattoo, and none of them were unique from the last. They're all basically just the same thing over and over again. They all had one theme. They were all spots to make this guy look like a leopard. This guy wanted to be a man-cat thing, and he spent somewhere around $10,000 doing this. He even went as far to shave his head so he could have tattoo spots on his scalp. And he even moved to an island so he could walk around naked like some sort of wild cat. I guess everyone needs a hobby. At number 3, we have Joystick. No, I won't allow this. You can't have this. This doesn't exist. It upsets me in so many ways. Why would someone do that to my poor Nintendo memories? That is why this tattoo took it too far. Now, every time I think about Nintendo 64 for the next week, I'm gonna have this guy's nipple pop into my mind. I never needed that in my life. I've lived my whole life without thinking about this man's nipple, and I've been just fine. At number 2, we have checkers. Anyone? We all love patterns and certain looks, but those change with the season. You want to keep up with those changes so you don't look like someone from the 1940s in 2020. Or you could permanently press a look into your face and make it the one thing that defines you for the rest of time, like Checkers' face. Now, here's why I think this tattoo took it too far. Obviously because he tattooed his whole face and head, but on top of that because he chose the whole thing to just be a checkers pattern. There's so many cool things you could do with the real estate of your face if you're going to tattoo it. You could get a face on the back of your face. You could get a Joker smile. Really, anything that comes to mind would be more exciting than checkers. My grandma wears checkers patterns. Like, it's not cool. I'm just saying, if you're going to tattoo your whole face, at least make it exciting. This guy went too far with a basic idea. And for the number 1 spot, we have Zombie Boy. This is actually a very cool story. Zombie Boy was an entertainer from Canada. He got into a whole bunch of different things. He was an actor, he was a model, he even played in a band. Well, one day he went to the doctor and he found out that he had a tumor in his brain. This was obviously devastating news, and during this time he was unsure whether or not he would live and die. And he kind of said, you know what, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. So he went and he tattooed his whole body from head to toe like a zombie. He had bones put over places where bones would be. He even outlined a skull over his face. Then he blew up. People started to notice him, and he became one of the most famous models in North America. Unfortunately, the brain tumor would catch up to him in 2018, but it was still a beautiful story of someone who decided to do whatever they wanted to do and got major success because of it. Alright guys, that has been our whole list. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as promised, I'm going to be doing some pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets every day, so if you don't get picked one day, you can message back another day. If it takes me a little while to get back to you, I'm very sorry. I got a lot of these to do. You can just message back again and again. I usually pick who messaged last. That's how I usually do it. And without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. First off, we have Helios and Nico just cuddling like some old-time pals. Then we have Cairo, Riley, and Max posing for a picture so nicely. After that, we have the amazing little dog Snowball, who is living up to their name. Next, we have the guinea pig Peanut, who shows us the nice little chompers. And to close it out, we have Yoshi, who's a great orange boy and looks very curious. All right, everyone, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been your host, JOYSTICK, and I guess think a lot about a tattoo before you get it, or don't. I don't care. It's your body. Do your thing. Bye.